Hi, I'm Tim Conrad, Information Officer with Cariboo Regional District. I'm here with Callie Forbes with the Canadian Red Cross. She's the Communications Officer there. Callie, can you tell us a little bit about your Community Partnerships Program?
So at the Canadian Red Cross, we know that local groups, local organizations, they do so much and they've done so much in communities that have been impacted by the fires. And so through funding through the province of British Columbia, the Canadian Red Cross has launched the Community Partnerships Program, and that provides grants or funding to local groups, local organizations who want to continue helping their communities in recovery.
Oh, well, that's a really great program to help those organizations out through the longer term, eh? So, what are some examples of activities that can be supported through the program?
So there's really a wide range of different activities that can be supported through the program, and it's really based on the need and driven by the community. And so we have 5 different areas of funding that are provided through the Canadian Red Cross Community Partnerships Program. The first is emergency relief, so that's immediate assistance that was provided usually during the evacuation period. And so that could be something like, we know that food banks often have increased demand during evacuations, and so that's an example of what could be funded through that category. The second category is community strengthening. So that's any activities or programmings that look to bring a community together after a disaster. So that can be welcoming home barbecues, that can be volunteer appreciation nights. Those are just a few examples. The third area is safety and well-being. So we know that disasters can take a huge toll on the mental health and well-being of communities after disasters. And so something that could be supported through this is counseling services or coping and healing workshops, those types of things. And the fourth area or category is disaster risk reduction. So this is anything that helps communities respond to future disasters in a better way. So this could be something like fire smart programming. And lastly, we have Indigenous programming. So this is any programming that's being delivered in impacted First Nations communities. So this can be things like healing ceremonies and gatherings, or anything that's supporting traditional activities. So those are just some of the examples of different types of programming that can be funded through the Community Partnerships Program.
Yeah, that sounds wonderful. And so what types of organizations or groups can apply for that funding?
So community organizations must be based in Canada, and they must be delivering programming in some of the impacted communities. So the types of examples could be nonprofits, local charities, schools, municipalities. It's really wide-ranging. Indigenous organizations, faith-based organizations. There's lots of different types of organizations that can apply.
Absolutely, and I've seen this on the ground, having done more than one disaster, and it is really interesting to see that, and it is important for the community to pull that fabric back together. So. So where can people go to find more information on this?
So people can go to our website, redcross.ca. There's lots of useful information and frequently asked questions on there. With anyone who has further questions that aren't maybe being answered on the website, they can also email us. We have a dedicated email for this. It's bccommunitypartnerships@redcross.ca. There's no deadline to apply, so we're really encouraging local groups and local organizations to reach out to us to apply for the funding so that they continue the good work that they were doing before the disasters, during the disaster, and will continue to do in the future.
Excellent. Well, that sounds great. So the Community Partnerships Program from the Canadian Red Cross, and thanks very much, Callie.
Thank you so much.